Hi, I'm Hanna. Welcome to the campsite. We're going to do a little bit of camping, a little bit of exploring, and of course, a whole lot of gourmet cooking. Come on, let's go have some fun. Hi, I'm Hanna. Welcome to Camping for Foodies. Breakfast is always a good time when you're camping. And today we're going to have a really nice thick French toast. But that's not the special thing about this. It is the cranberry orange syrup that we're gonna make. Here's how to make it. We're gonna start by toasting a couple of nuts. You know your nuts are done when you smell nuts. They're really easy to burn. We're putting them into just a dry pan and we're gonna just toast them up a little bit. And while we've got that going, we're gonna start our syrup. Our syrup is really simple. We're gonna start with a little bit of butter in here. Cranberries aren't always in season, so I'm using a dried cranberry, which is a little bit sweeter. The thing that I like about it is that you can get it year-round. My sister and brother-in-law were campers, and they decided that I needed to get out of town for a little while, so I did. And I arrived in my business suit, and I got out of my Lincoln Town Car in my high heels, and my sister looked at me and thought I was crazy and said, "What are you doing?" But by the end of the weekend, I was actually at the campfire in my pajamas, cooking breakfast, and that's when she said, "You're a natural." Camping became sort of my life. It's a really great way to recreate, relax, unplug, and unwind from a hectic city life. I'm gonna go ahead and add our brown sugar and let that melt up, and I've got the dried cranberries in there as well. So the best way to get a lot of juice out of your orange is to roll it. If you're breaking up the membrane in there, it's releasing the juice inside before you actually cut. I have a couple of camp tools that I use on a pretty regular basis, and one is a zester. So we're gonna zest this orange right into our syrup. You just want the top of the zest. If you get too far in there, when you start to see the white, that gets really bitter. So make sure you don't go that deep into the fruit. So there's all of our zest that's coming off. Most of it went into the back of the microplane there. Now we're gonna add our juice. When it's a cold camp morning, everybody wants to make sure that there's camp coffee ready to go, and nobody really wants to get out of the sleeping bag to be the first one to turn on the coffee pot. So load your coffee the night before. So I'll put my nuts right into the syrup. I'll just let that sit off the burner and let that firm up a little bit while we're cooking our French toast. Our French toast is really simple. We just have a couple of eggs here and a little bit of milk. If you want to be a little adventurous, go ahead and use half and half. What I normally drink is skim milk, and I know a lot of people don't like to cook with that, but it works too. We'll start cracking our egg. So this is going to feed 4 people. Because this is a really nice thick French toast, we usually just do 1 piece when it's the Texas style toast. So we'll crack our eggs, scramble them up a little bit. We'll mix all this stuff up, and we've got just a little bit of seasoning here. It's just cinnamon and nutmeg, and we'll combine that well. So one of the things we like about camp cooking too is if it's a little messy and you got stuff that's okay to kind of throw in the desert, like a little extra cinnamon kind of flies around or whatever, it's okay. Keep everything from sticking. And get my dredge on my French toast. Hear that sizzle. So I have to actually convince male family members that sweets for breakfast is actually a good thing. After they all tried it, they said, "When are you gonna make it again?" So I knew it was a good one. All right, so we're gonna just let that sit there, and you know that you're ready to flip when it's not sticking anymore. We are ready to flip. The one thing I want to mention is as you are cooking outside and you're dealing with the weather and that kind of thing, if you happen to notice that you've got a little bit of a hot spot or a cold spot on your griddle, then just kind of move your food around after it's unstuck and ready to flip. So it looks like we are nice and toasted with our French toast. I'm gonna go ahead and plate right over here. Look at that, you can smell the cinnamon. Nice breakfast. And we're gonna spoon over our syrup The essence of orange is just phenomenal in this. The cranberries are not too tart because we used the dry cranberries. Who doesn't love cranberry and orange together, right? Thank you for visiting me on Camping for Foodies. You can find this recipe and more on my website. Visit me at campingforfoodies.com.